Hey basketball coaches and players, today I am going to talk to you about some fantastic, simple baseline inbounds plays that can get you quick baskets at the end of a game. Let's get down to the clipboard, let's check these out. Okay, so of course the offensive team is blue. This first one is going to be up against a man-to-man defense. However, I do understand that some teams will run a 2-3. I will show you a few plays for the 2-3 later on. But right now, we're focusing on is the man-to-man. So we're going to have a staggered line. We're going to have our best shooter right up top. We're going to have our best screeners in the middle, and then we're going to have our biggest, strongest low post player at the back. Our best passer is going to be right here. Next, what we are going to have is player 2 and 4 setting a screen. Player 2 is going to be popping out, and player 5 is going to be then cutting down towards the low post. Player 3 needs to keep his head on a swivel because he needs to be able to see who he can pass to and who's going to have the easiest shot. If player 1 is the player with the easiest shot, then you're going to get a 3-point shot. If player 5, then you're going to get either an and 1 and 3 points, or you're going to get an easy layup. Now this next play is what we call, or what I call, the S play. S stands for shoot. Now I then say, okay, let's say this person's name is Tyler and his name is Rob. Let's just say that. And let's say we want Tyler to shoot. We would then say ST. ST would be the play in this case, and that would be Tyler. He is going to be then cutting between players 4 and 5. These two players are going to come together and screen for player 2. Player 2 is going to sneak through, and now player 3 can then pass to player 2 for the 3-point shot. Now, if you ran instead SR, that would be for Rob, which would mean that he's going to be the one who cuts through, and they're going to be then using that screen to get player 1 open for that shot. When player 1 gets that ball, let's say he is unable to shoot because somehow his man got through, we're going to set up a double or staggered screen for player 3 who's going to be popping out. And at this point in time, it will be player 3 who can take that shot, or we can set up the offense. It's totally up to you. So now this next play is going to be line shoot. This is what we call it, at least. You can call it whatever you would like. We're going to have player 4 setting a screen for player 1. Player 1 is going to use that screen, and he's going to cut down towards that corner. Once he gets through, of course, if he has that shot, he could take it. If he's not open, next player 2 is going to be using player 4 as a screen. He's going to be popping out to the free throw line extended. If he's open, definitely hit him up. Now next, if he's not open, what we are going to have is either, this is totally up to you, this is actually 2 plays in 1. Player 5 can set a screen for player 4, and player 4 would cut down on this opposite side. Or instead, what you can have is now player 4 will set a screen for player 5 who will cut down on this side. The only issue on this side is this defensive player. If he's over on this side, then you've got a clear path. This one's a little bit more riskier, but if he's your best scorer in the low post, then you might want to do it this way. But if not, then you could have player 5 screen for player 4. You can even have both of these plays at your disposal and have your players decide. Now against the 2-3 zone, this next play is actually quite useful. So what we are going to have is player 1. He's going to be cutting out towards this corner. And then player 4 at the same time is going to be cutting down towards this low post. At this point, we're going to be really spreading out that defense. Now what we're going to have is player 2. He is going to be then cutting down and then out at the same time and out towards the free throw line extended. So he should be cutting down to the middle of the key and then back out towards this corner. At this point, that's going to be drawing player 5 over, and when that happens, we're going to have player 5 cut down, and that could be an easy layup. So we could have a couple of different options here. We would want player 4 sealing player 3, so that now, when this happens, when this cut happens, what we're going to be having is player 2 cutting down, bringing over player 5. At the same time, player 5 blue cutting down. Now, when player 1 cut out, he could be open. When player 4 cut down this way, he could be open. When player 2 cuts, he could be open. Or when player 5 cuts, he could be open. That last play we call splits, but you could call it whatever you would like. I hope that these plays help your team win more games. If they do, hit that like button and subscribe. Definitely go check out my Unbeatable Basketball Defense book down in the description below, and I'll see you guys again next time.